Good afternoon, everybody. Goeiemiddag allemaal. Molweni emva kwemini nje. This is a quick announcement. This is our biggest graduation ceremony of the series, including the December one. So we expect the venue to be filled to capacity. We ask that you kindly do not leave any spaces or any chairs open so that we make sure we can fill in as many people as possible into this venue before we need to direct other people to the overflow venue. So if you could please find your seats and make sure that you do not leave any seat open next to you to make sure that we get in as many people as possible into this venue. Thank you very much for your cooperation, and we will get the ceremony underway in a little bit from now. Thank you very much. Can we give the band a warm round of applause, please? Good afternoon, everybody. It's me again, and this time we are almost ready to get the show on the road. Kind reminder again, please, we will be at full capacity in the venue for the ceremony. So please, if there's a seat open next to you, please try and fill those gaps so that we can get as many people into this venue as possible before we have to direct people to the overflow venue. All right. I hope you are ready for the graduation ceremony. Are you ready? Maybe to get us kicking things off, I want to go off script for a quick second. But I'm going to need you guys to help me here. Where I come from, when we celebrate, we sing. So I was now not in the front lines when they handed out vocal talents. So we will try, but I'm going to need you guys to help me. I want to do this is a Sotho song. Just to quickly explain to everybody, the lyrics of the song says, Ndate ntekele kubo ya thuto, ndate ntekele siana marena. So loosely translated, it effectively means, can you please buy me a graduation gown, or interpretive meaning, can you please grant me access to education? I also want it, right? So you would know in the Sotho culture, the symbolism behind the blanket. So the song says, buy me the blanket of education. If I'm translating it now, very, very basic. Anybody here knows the song and ready to sing with me? All right. Okay. So I'm going to ask us all to stand, and then we start the ceremony properly. If you can, please rise, and we try and do it quickly. A quick song, everybody, if you can. This is a celebration, and we must make sure that we start it properly. So hopefully the band will help us. But like I said, I was not the gifted when it came to that. So if they fail, then it's okay. This one goes a little bit like Datentekele siana maren, Datentekele, Datentekele, tekele kubo ya thuto tekele, Datentekele. Datentekele siana mare, datentekele, tekele, antekele. Kirele na kya batla, ke batla hoya para, ke taba di puo. Sabatu adifeli Kirilena kaibata Kibata hoya para Kitabadi puo Tabatu adifeli. For the last time, Aunda dentekele Anda dentekele, anda dentekele, tekele, antekele, siana marena. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Now, to get us started off, I've got two last requests. This one comes with a little bit more noise pollution, right? We are celebrating here the graduation of the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences. I want you to look at those chairs and imagine them to be drums and release your inner rock star drummer best dreams. On the count of 3, And of course, parents, I've got good news for you. Family, friends, spouses, good news. From today onward, no more requests for money because they are now done, right? But please do come back and study some more, all right? We welcome it. So on the count of 3, I want you to cheer, to scream, to whistle, to ululate, to faint, to throw your wigs in the air, and just to celebrate properly. Are we ready? Okay, on the count of 3, celebrating the class of 2026 from the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences all the way at Stellenbosch University. If you're happy like I am, on 3, 2, 1, let's go! Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I lost my cufflink. That's how excited I got here. Well, I think we are at the graduation ceremony. I can certainly feel it now. So we try again. Good afternoon, everybody. Goeiemiddag almal. Molweni. Dumelang. Henda. Awe. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Again, welcome to this March graduation ceremony of the University of Stellenbosch. My name is Bantu, and I kindly request your attention as I share a few important announcements with you. Namkelekile nonke kulomsitho wothwaliso sidanga lwale University yase Stellenbosch. Igama lam ndinguBantu. Ayikokuqala komsitho oku, ndimanje kukwenza izaziso ezimbalwa phambi kokuba kuqalwe ngokusemthethweni. Enkosi ngokuniboleka indlebe zenu. Goeiemiddag almal en hartlik welkom aan elkeen van u by hierdie maartgrade plegtighede van die Universiteit Stellenbosch. My naam is Bantu en ek doen die aankondigings voor ons amptelik met die seremonie begin. As my ouma nou hier was, dan het sy gesê, julle lyk te spoggerig. Please note, the toilet facilities are behind us, and because the venue is so packed, to get there, we ask that you please use the toilet entrances behind the stage. We also have medical assistance available behind the stage. If you need help, please do not hesitate to approach any of the ushers. Daar is ook mediese bystand beskikbaar. Indien jy hulp benodig, moet asseblief nie huiwer om enige van ons rigtingaanwysers te nader nie. Any lost and found items can be handed in at the information kiosk in front of this venue. If you have lost something, you are welcome to inquire there. In the event of an emergency evacuation of this venue, please proceed calmly to the exit closest to you and congregate on the rugby fields between the Dani Craven Stadium and this hall. Please follow the instructions of the safety officers as well as campus security staff. For our Muslim graduates, guests, family, and friends, a prayer room is available in the Sports Science building, located to the rear of this center, that is to my right-hand side. Signage has been provided to guide you, and ushers will be available to assist as needed. Now, I think we were incredibly privileged before the ceremony to have top-class, world-class entertainment, and it gives me great privilege to introduce our entertainment and our musicians to you. They are the Stellenbosch University Jazz Quartet. They are also the Stellenbosch University Wind and Percussion Ensemble. They're conducted by Pascal Haas, and the vocalist is Atule Chiule. Please help me in giving them a warm round of applause. Thank you very much. The presiding officer for this ceremony is the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Social Impact, Transformation and Personnel, Professor Nico Koopman. Graduates, Now, I know we are blessed and graced to be in the presence of some of the brightest minds in the world, but sometimes at big moments like this, we know nerves get the better of us, and so we wanted to make sure this ceremony is perfect. So listen carefully, we've got you covered. When it is your time, you will fill up onto the stage from where the flowers are. When you get to the podium, you'll see there's a red line there. You line up from the red line. You will hand your announcement card to the official. The dean will then read your name and hand you your announcement card back. Then you proceed to where the presiding officer will be seated. And if you don't know where that is, there's a little X marks the spot right there where you will bow. And here's a golden tip. I see the salons made a killing. The hair is hairing, the weaves are weaving, the fader is in. So for those of you with long locks of hair, when you bow, remember to tuck the hair behind your left ear so that the photographers over there can capture the moment perfectly and that your family can be very happy to have that photo in the lounge, okay? Once you're done with that, you proceed to where the registrar will be. That's where the second X marks the spot is. You turn around for acknowledgement by the audience and allow for the hooding by the registrar before you make your way to the end of the stage. As you know, we come from different backgrounds and we speak many different languages. At Stellenbosch University, we are deeply committed to treating each and every graduate with respect, and this includes making every effort to pronounce each name correctly. I can assure you that our deans have spent considerable amount of time practicing carefully in preparation for today. We do ask, however, for your understanding and graciousness should any of the names not be pronounced as exactly intended. Members of the audience, you are welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you please switch off your sound and flash and that you keep your phones on silent for the duration of the ceremony. Each and every graduate deserves their big moment. Therefore, we request that you do not leave the hall before the whole ceremony has been concluded. And once the procession has left, we respectfully request that you exit the hall swiftly so that cleaning and preparation for the next graduation ceremony may commence as soon as possible. We ask that you please take along any waste items, such as water bottles, tissues, etc., and dispose of these safely in the bins outside. To ensure a safe, orderly, and high-quality graduation experience, Stellenbosch University kindly requests that graduates and guests make use of the official Stellenbosch University appointed photographers. These photographers will be clearly identifiable by their SU branded bibs and have access to the designated photography areas reserved exclusively for them. They have also set up a studio in the sports science building located behind this hall. Graduates, together with their family and friends, are welcome to make use of this service. Also be on the lookout for the Marty Shop mobile unit for purchasing Stellenbosch University branded items to remind you of the successful academic journey that we are celebrating here today. And simply because you're from the Belleville Park campus doesn't mean you're excused from wearing maroon this whole week in celebration of our varsity first team winning their match against NWU on Monday, and we are taking on CUT next week on Monday. So wear your maroon with pride. Just a note, should you need to leave the venue, please, we ask that you only use the exits, or for the bathrooms, that you only access the bathrooms behind the stage. When the ceremony starts, all the doors will be closed. So should you leave the venue in the middle of the ceremony, you will unfortunately not be allowed to come back into the venue. Instead, our ushers will guide you to the overflow venue. We thank you for your understanding and patience in this regard. At the end of the ceremony, we invite you to the Alumni Clubhouse at the Star to celebrate your achievements with a glass of bubbly. The stall is next to the Dani Craven Stadium. Please join us there as members of our newly minted Marty alumni community. We look forward to welcoming you to the Alumni Clubhouse at Stellenbosch University. We want you to know that you have gained far more than just a qualification. You have grown in countless ways and helped others do the same. To that end, please come and collect your Marty alumni pin at the Alumni Clubhouse at the start after the ceremony. Wear it with pride as you embark on the next chapter of your life. I will no longer be standing between you and your big moment. I have one final piece of good news for you. This ceremony can be followed live via live streaming from anywhere in the world. I know you would have loved to have many of your family and friends here, but they couldn't be. We have good news. You can share the following web address with them to follow the live streaming of this proceedings. Also share the link, very importantly, with the haters, the naysayers, the detractors, and all those that said you'll never make it here. Share it with them and say, look at me now, eat your hearts out. That web address is www.su.ac.za/streaming. We are now going to close the doors and the procession will get ready to enter the hall. And once the procession has entered, the doors will be shut for the duration of the ceremony. Before we do that, one final request. If you have an empty seat in front of you, or next to you rather, if you could please just raise your hand so that we can fill all of the other empty seats. If you could just keep your hand raised, our ushers will find you and direct some of the guests to the seats. Thank you very much. Ons is bykans gereed om met die plegtigheid te begin. Ons vra dat u sal opstaan vir die akademiese prosessie en sal bly staan tot nadat ons die nasionale lied gesing het. Lixesha lokuba kuqalwe ngomsitho. Sicela wonke umuntu aphakame ngexesha kungena isithwalandwe eholweni. Sime njalo ukuze kuculwe umhobe wesizwe. Distinguished guests, graduates, the moment has arrived. Please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after we have sung the national anthem. Thank you very much and do enjoy.
Good afternoon, everyone. We will begin the proceedings by singing the South African National Anthem. Goeiemiddag almal. Ons begin die verrigtinge deur die Suid-Afrikaanse nasionale lied te sing. Thank you so much. You may be seated. U mag maar u plekke inneem. And you would agree with me that we show some appreciation to our musicians, the Stellenbosch Jazz Quartet, as well as the Stellenbosch University Wind and Percussion Ensemble, conducted by Pascal Haas, and specifically also vocalist Atule Chiwile, for the way that they led us in singing the national anthem. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. They will now leave us, our musicians, and as they leave, let us applaud them again. I now hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University duly constituted. Hiermee verklaar ek hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch behoorlik gekonstitueer. At the start of this graduation ceremony, we as the academic community, as parents, partners, family and friends, are deeply grateful for the privilege to be here today to celebrate our graduandos' success. To this end, I invite you all to remain seated while we observe a devotional moment, granting each other the space to do so according to our various secular and religious perspectives. Baie dankie, Nkosi Kakulu. We welcome you to the 8th graduation ceremony of March here in the Kutsenberg Center. and we trust that you will enjoy the proceedings. A special word of welcome to His Excellency, King Hosi Maumani, and the members of the Maumani Royal House. We welcome the Senior Director of Stellenbosch Business School, Professor Chris van der Hoofen. We also welcome Professor Zwelinzima Ndevu, the Director of the School of Public Leadership. We also extend our heartfelt welcome to our generous and valued funders. This year, philanthropic donors have enabled an exceptional 10,803 students to continue their educational journey. Ons dank u opreg. In addition to all of us present here in person, we also have online guests who have joined the proceedings via live streaming. We trust it will be a memorable experience for our candidates, family, and friends. I preside today. I am Nico Koopman, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Social Impact, Transformation, and Personnel. With me here on stage, we have Prof. Sem Chegla, the Acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Strategy, Global and Corporate Affairs. And also Dr. Runel Retief. She is responsible for the academic administration of the university. She is our cherished registrar, and with her, the Deputy Registrar for Applications, Student Accommodation, and Client Services, Dr. Celestine Nell. We also have the Dean for the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor Riza Daniels, and the Vice Dean for Research, Postgraduate Affairs and Internationalization, Prof. Dieter von Vintel. At Stellenbosch University, we believe that multilingualism is an asset. In the spirit of mutual respect for languages and cultures, inclusivity and a welcoming culture that we are fostering at our institution, I request colleague Tulani Simayile to direct to us a few words of welcome in isiXhosa.
Chancellor nesigqeba sakho, amalungu ebhunga leStellenbosch, sonke siphelele sijonge amalungu ebhunga labafundi bedyunivesithi yonke yaseStellenbosch, izidwesha, izidwangube, manene nani manenekazi, onozala, osingaye, silapha nje kungenxa yabo, molweni nonke mawethu. Kunje namhlanje sihlangene apha, ngosingaye, zosuliwe inyembezi, kubazali inhliziyo ziyagcoba, ziyaxhuma-xhuma, ziyajayiva, kumnandi kuyilonto. Siyabulela kakhulu siyidyunivesithi xa namhlanje sizokuwonga kulo msitho lenginginya ingaka. Kodwa ke singxengxeze apho sithe sagqidiza khona ngokubiza amagama gwenxa. Siyazi ukuba apha sahlukene ngokwenkcubeko zethu nakwindawo esisuka kuzo. Kuba kaloku siyunivesithi nje samkela zonke inkcubeko, sisamkela zonke ilwimi ezahlukeneyo, mbombo zonke zehlabathi. Hiyo lonto namhlanje sibona kuyokozela kunje, sisithi konozala, ubuyile unyana ekhaya nentshinga, ibuyile intombi ekhaya nentshinga. Liliwe idabi eDubai, kodwa ke khange intshinga ishiyeke eDubai, ibuyile yezekhaya yaloyisa idabi laseDubai. Ngalo mazwi ndithi untshu tinga takandini makube xosi kube hele.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, colleague Tulani. We are welcome. Before we dive into the heart of this special ceremony, allow me to share a few words. Today, we celebrate the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, our largest faculty. This March, Stellenbosch University awards 3,645 qualifications, contributing to a record 10,170 graduates for the 2025 academic year, a milestone that reflects both growth and sustained academic excellence. This is a nearly 8% year-on-year growth. The faculty plays a central role in this achievement. Today we celebrate 1,776 graduates from this faculty alone over 3 ceremonies, a remarkable contribution that speaks to both the scale and influence of EMS within the university. And I see you want to applaud. There's more. We also recognize the faculty's doctoral cohort. They have 33 PhDs this year. When I walked here in front, I had to say, hello doc, hello doc, hello doc. And they address complex and often urgent questions in economics, finance, business management, and public leadership. These are disciplines that shape how our societies function, how economies grow, how organizations operate, and how leadership is exercised. Graduates, you are stepping into a world defined by uncertainty, complexity, and rapid change. But you are also stepping into a world of opportunity, one where thoughtful leadership, ethical decision-making, and innovation are more important than ever. The future will not simply unfold. It will be shaped by people like you. Can I say, over your study period at the university, we really tried hard to feed you with a lot of KV4, kennis, waardes, vaardighede, knowledge, values, and skills. We congratulate you and we thank you for allowing us to share in this moment of celebration. It will be long, but everyone stepping over the floor, there's a narrative, there's a story of perseverance, of victory, and let's fully experience it, affirm it, applaud it, and enjoy it. I will now confer on the candidates who are presented to me the respective qualifications. Ek sal nou aan die kandidate wat aan my voorgestel word, die onderskeie kwalifikasies verleen.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer on the candidates whom I'll present to you the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences. The supervisor concerned will give a brief outline of the dissertation. Olusola Thomas Ajibona with dissertation Government Health Expenditure in Developing Countries, a comparative analysis with a focus on sub-Saharan Africa, Supervision provided by Prof. Ewan Fimister.
Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this study provides insights for policymakers into the challenges governments face in ensuring sustainable health financing in sub-Saharan Africa. It shows that economic growth alone will not close health funding gaps, how rising labour costs are increasing long-term pressures, and how changes in foreign aid have affected government health spending. I request you to confer the degree on Olashola Thomas Ajibona.
Malcolm Boyson. The supervisor, Professor Tanya Ajim, is unable to be with us this evening, so I will read a short declaration of the candidate's dissertation. Title: Enhancing the Financing and Implementation of Local Government Capital Budgets, a case study of electricity and water infrastructure in selected Western Cape municipalities. South Africa has advanced service delivery significantly since 1994, yet persistent economic pressures, social inequality, and deteriorating infrastructure continue to strain municipalities. Water and electricity systems are interconnected and face supply constraints, high tariffs, and shifting consumption patterns, furthering municipalities' regression. Generally, Western Cape municipalities show that financial resilience and strong governance remain attainable. This study examines capital budget performance across 8 Western Cape municipalities using an in-depth case study approach. Key success factors include long-term planning, asset management, skilled personnel, legislative compliance, and community engagement. Municipalities sustain service delivery by prioritizing new economic infrastructure and infrastructure grant expenditure. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Malcolm Boyson. Gifty Uwerema Enchel. Supervisor is unable to be with us this evening, so I will read a short description of the dissertation. The title is Political Economy of Gender and Sustainable Development, African Evidence. This study analyzes how female political representation and institutional quality jointly affect development outcomes in Africa. Using system GMM, Price-Winston panel-corrected standard errors, and dynamic panel threshold regression, it finds that human development and financial inclusion improve with greater female representation, but only when institutional quality exceeds specific thresholds. Stronger institutions amplify the positive impact of female political representation. Furthermore, institutions positively moderate the relationship between female representation and health outcomes, enhancing life expectancy and immunization coverage while reducing maternal and child mortality. The study concludes that governance quality is a crucial conditioning factor for realizing the full developmental benefits of women's political inclusion. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Gifty Uwerema Enchel. Christabel Ntemena Mwila Mwananshiku. The supervisor, Professor Ashnafi Fanta, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this thesis highlights how Zambia's post-1990 financial reforms strengthens the link between finance and growth in the short run. It also highlights that financial development widens inequality in the short run, but reduces it over time, suggesting stronger regulation and oversight to support inclusive long-term growth and narrow income gaps. I request you to confer the degree on Christabel Minunwashaku.
Ravindra Subramani Nair, the supervisor, Prof. Nikita Blanche, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, frontline managers play a crucial role in disseminating strategy and creating engaged employees through high-quality leader-member exchange relations. However, they often lack training in leadership and emotional and intelligence skills to achieve this. In this study, created an evidence-based coaching meta-framework for coaching emotional intelligence development in frontline managers. Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Ravinda Nair.
Mark Lewis Seymour, the supervisor, Professor Charles Ajasi, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this study examines how regulation influences credit supply and pricing in segmented markets. A structural modeling approach shows that non-prudential regulatory tightening constrains credit to underserved markets in South Africa. A novel cost recovery pricing analysis on 1,800 institutions across 90 countries reveals that outreach-focused institutions price above sustainable benchmarks. I request you to confer the degree on Mark Seymour.
Lovely Timana, the supervisor, Professor Zweli Ndevu, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this study explored how human capital shapes knowledge management, knowledge sharing, innovation within the South African State Security Agent. The study findings introduced two distinctly unique models that demonstrates that people-centered capabilities supported by ethical and collaborative systems are essential for innovation, institutional resilience in intelligence, and public sector organization. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree to Ms. Dimana.
Liesel van der Walt, the supervisor, Professor Nikki Terblanche, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in this age of artificial intelligence, this is a particularly important study. The study examined whether an artificial intelligence coaching chatbot grounded in cognitive behavioral coaching can support leader character development. Using a randomized controlled trial and qualitative interviews, the study found modest yet meaningful improvements. The research advances theory and offers evidence-based insights for scalable, technology-driven leadership development in organizations. Mr. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Liesel van der Walt.
The qualification Master of Commerce. Lukona Koti. The qualification Master of Philosophy. Etienne Jacques Besson. The qualification Master of Philosophy in Leadership Coaching. Kate Justine Boswell, cum laude. The qualification Master of Philosophy in Development Finance. Benjamin Samuel Carlyle. Gary Cottrell. Trevor Edward Jacobs. Buchle James. Sungeni Ruth Karonga. Juliet Luna Obioha cum laude. Swaledi Shepo Malia cum laude. Ashley Nwazi Mpofu. Chiesa Mukansi. Agan Puran. Lichle Sabisa. Raja Malcolm Sena cum laude. Sarah Skuman. Jacques Smith. Fakazile Tusi. Andrew Berrick Brown, cum laude. Candace Therese Burt. Nadeem Khafour. Dewalt Hinop. Nicola Hudson, cum laude. Frederick Hugo. Sitole Mabure. Teboho Vincent Modica. Alice Marks, cum laude. Kayode Charles Ulufemi Ayuula. Martha Petronella Rue. Noza Isan Shiburi. Johan Willem Stradum. Nandipa Yolisa Tiazashe. My apologies. Nelisa Bambani. Jaogelo Bambo. Mbongeni Innocent Bembe. Mbali Bongoza. Spusisiwe Bulose. Felicia Fanikiso, cum laude. Yamkela Fanisi. Babawa Keza. Nkosingipile Gule cum laude. Hilka Katendo Hosiku. Lucky Charlie, cum laude. Siabonga Chikeke. Molapo Jonathan. Monica Kamana, cum laude. Christian Takudzwa Kamupira. Feiweza Kanguihi. Waitu Karaiazu, cum laude. Mbali Desiree Kubeka, cum laude. Mfanafuti Kubeka. Monique Lee, cum laude. Keletso Lesejo Lefotani. Sebusang Lekuleni. Catlejo Tabo Lesito. Teboho Mabota. Kolile Goodwill Mabusela. Archie Mabuya. Asanda Madliwa. Petronella Madzeke. Madisane Mahodielo. Sunzuku Mahumani. Bongeka Mamuremi. Zanele Mandlake. Ongesiwe Manjaliso. Moelechi Mapeto. Simtembile Mapu. Nomfundo Maseko. Luleka Masinda cum laude. Manyando Nathan Mataa. Lopang Tebatso Matole. Sinetemba Mazibuko. Naledi Cheryl Metuko. Nokwanda Mkhudla. Naloobo Monde Michelo. Sibongisieni Ndumiso Nguni. Ntombifuti Nisi. Ebubu Mobuano cum laude. Mahotso Mohoane. Peggy Moholon. Kidwell Mokadi. Ntabiseng Salome Mokwebu. Sitembiso Molefe. Ledile Molope. Haolekwe John Moshe. Sipelele Mpangase. Ntokozisi Louis Mpanza. Jeremiah Mateking Mpahla. Makena Christopher Mpatso. Gladness Mrewa cum laude. Pachalo Msiska. Vincentius Kudumo Muhorhora. Rodney Kurai Mushonga Chiware cum laude. Siabonga Hopewell Miende. Tabisa Lucia Myolwa. Bernadette Sibusiswe Mzobe. Ndlili nawe Vinye Ndahalele. Becky Tini Nzinisa. Sifiso Knowledge Ngidi. Moipone Ngwane cum laude. Mbalenhle Primrose Ngwazi. Hunadi Peche. Avela Rala Rala. Cecilia Vita Ramatlapeng cum laude. Rendani Ramavu cum laude. Ntakuseni Tendo Razwindani. Tina Runei cum laude. Nizibone Zakwe. Pule Josiah Shai. Dumisani Sibanda. Kuhle Sojola cum laude. Lungelwa Somtaki cum laude. Shanangurai Takaindisa. Leon Talyard cum laude. Keabetswe Tiabadira. Pindulo Shilume, cum laude. Rangwelo Shivase. Taolo Zietzo, cum laude. Samkele Klaba. Zanele Zitwana.
The qualification Master of Business Management and Administration. Christoph Arno Albertijn, cum laude. Devin Grant Ashkam, cum laude. Cramwell Butler, cum laude. Antonio Ballan. Ruan Barnard. Elaine Blau, cum laude. Johan Bunzaier. Spencer Boshoff. Wilhelm Guillem Boshoff. Stuart Botma. Bradley Brown. Jacques Berger. Wynand Johannes Karlitz, cum laude. Stefan Conradi, cum laude. Greg Anthony Duplessis, cum laude. Jacques-André Duplessis. Sybil Ekstein, cum laude. Lawrence Garikai. Dumisani Gumbi. Sandile Gumbi Gumbi. Charlotte Hengura. Rakesh Harikaran. Andres Theobaldus Hateng, cum laude. Therese Hofman Cronier. Vernon Hoeding, cum laude. Ngwaneni Nangula Ndamonongenda Leteti. Ivan Jansen van Rensburg, cum laude. Gert Johannes Jansen van Vieren. Joshua Yina. Pieter Johan Joubert, cum laude. Amaniel Kabi Kabura. Laston Kaponda. Don de Dieu Bejim Kasonga. Victor Koza. Vuzumusi Mbekeni Kumalu. Jim Koshi cum laude. Aisha Kriel. Nadine Creer. Stefan Creer. Refilio Kubeka. Lile Kuneni. Yohandi Leroux. Cristal Fatu Lebusa cum laude. Len Angela Lakay. Petrus Johannes Lindeke. Liana Lowe. Spamandla Lutuli. Ashley McGrath. Mbongiseni Kevin Makubu. Thank you. Matsubani J. Malachi. Axel Niklas Malcha cum laude. Pinda Tulani Mamba. Mwamusa Maripa. Willem Maritz cum laude. Tembi Maseku. Mokhari Mashapu. Sibongipilo Tenjiwe Machatola. Mfanafuti Wordsworth Masina. Tabang Masocha cum laude. Modibe Petrus Matsapani. Muzi Mavusu. Monica McLaughlin. Lazal Metler. Tabani Mjadu. Jabulani Clinton Makachwa. Ndumisa Gift Makwanazi cum laude. Mababat Loka Molefi. Ruth Ntefeng Molusani. Obakeng Moloku. Natalie Monjoui. Lesego Felicia Monchu. Byron Cody Morgan Smith. Ngundwa Mapurua. Germano Ernesto Musili. Kulukani Ndlovu. Gabriel Niaus cum laude. Nontutuzelu Ntlati. Lanael Padiachi, cum laude. Machankana Josephine Petlele. Andrea Pinetown. Andre Mitchell Pretorius. Petrus Johannes Pretorius cum laude. Quentin Raman. Luanne Reynolds cum laude. Gwendolyn Roberts. John Skippers cum laude. Waldo Seeger. Boipuso Seputukeli. Matodiana Phineas Rotu. Tebogon Nchari Setlapelu. Reshma Shivrathan. Mangasilo Shabangu. Stacey Ann Rima Singh. Fatuani Siforogu. Jacobus Hendrik Smit. Leon Smit cum laude. Mia Smits cum laude. Nathan Spahn. Frederik Johannes Spies. Johann Strauss cum laude. Roland Albertus Struwig cum laude. Mashudu Lucky Tsesi. Relebuile Calvin Teku. Drew van Coller cum laude. Janke van der Merwe. Jacobus François van der Riet, cum laude. Jacobus Lodewicus van der Westhuizen, cum laude. Daniel van Duivenboden. Anne Elizabeth van Lille. André van Niekerk. Rikus van Staden, cum laude. Ilonka van Vieren. Adriaan Rousseau van Wyk. Netterine Venter, cum laude. Timothy Munashe Wametsa. Christian Anton Wessels. Kalenga Diudon Chimanga. The qualification, Master of Public Administration. Nomvula Chasakara, cum laude. Ngwaku Oswald Mahosi. Noah Marlowe. Magan Renshaw Matese. Lelutu Mgweba.
The qualification, Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Danusha Jade Cameron. Selahelo Samuel Tlako. Lucinda Lamont. Tanyaratswa Chelsea Mashayar Mombe. Kanyisa Sizipiwe Nombewo. Lisa Simons. The qualification, Bachelor of Public Administration Honours. Natasha Aswani. Anga Bokwe. Anga? Entle Bolani. Avela Bongoza. Rian de Ridder, cum laude. Someleze Latita Delani. Gerald Eso. Zoele Willem Henani. Sindiswa Andiswa Prudence Jamba. Ian Shimango Konye. Mulapi Soviet Lekhanyane. Johan Yaku Lont. Prishavu Irvin Makubele. Nokubonga Mangaliso. Nomasome Mbukwana. Victor Nkosinati Mfusi. Debra Mokuena. Peter Mpondluana. Tandiwe Gloria Mpondo. Ligema Nkita Mchakazi. Landisiwe Mzukwa. Lulama Laurent Ngobeni. Njabulo Rantsu Nslapo. Maleshwane Nkuna. Pumzile Nyangana. Damien Perenzi. Jonathan Roman. Lucindiso Sawula. Ikhometseng Zanele Seetshiro. Nokutula Similane. Verity Skele. Karin Stechman, cum laude. Tobeka Letitia Twani. The qualification postgraduate diploma in leadership development. John Pire Alberts, cum laude. Basani Baloyi, cum laude. Letitia Denishan. Mark Henry Denton. Nomusa Happiness Glomo. Ndomiso Tlakavu. Nomaduma Duma. Innocentia Gay Koibes. Papama Gogela. Kalaletso Glalalele. Cum laude, I'm sorry about that. Mark Koning. Katuchelo Faith Machaka. Luvuko Comfort Madondile. Admire Tatenda Maravanyika. Roscoe Shane Miller, cum laude. Unati Melissa, cum laude. Ingrid Mokotsana, cum laude. Azwimbavi Rexen Mulitsi. Mijn vriend Maketu Nkube. Chanel Rose Ndlovu. Nokubonga Joyful Ndlovu. Sibolelo Jane Nkebenyane. Jana Maria Retief, cum laude. Motingwe Sekobela. Makhalema Vincent Shoba. Nadia Swart, cum laude. Kuleindan von Litichau. The qualification postgraduate diploma in sustainable development. Rulani Hadi Baloi. Perfect Lukosi. Audrey Mpo Mashao. Andiswa Matikinka. Michlali May. Divashini Naidu, cum laude. Vuyukasi Bulelwa Nkebe. Mufundo Nkobo. The qualification postgraduate diploma in environmental management. Ntetelelo Kele. Tapelo Selina Selokoma. Zanli van Sail. Kutala Zwabu. The qualification postgraduate diploma in project management. Brendan Abrams. Alec Adams, cum laude. Darren Allen, cum laude. Adib Ali and another cum laude. Nolan Jacques Antoni, cum laude. Marcel Philip Arthur. Utman Behardin. Sitembile Bebe, guess what? Cum laude. Notobo Bongoza. Lerato Charity Chiluane. Temba Chitambo. Yolanda Dalasile. Bernard Hendrik Fourie. Mary Ann Fransman Johannes. Apelele Ganache. Apelele Sloma. Preston Isaacs. Muhammad Tahir Jacobs. Dion Jennings. Queen Omangano Kamati. Funikosi Civil Keswa. Nwabisa Hope Kope. Ja. Janine Lamberts Opperman, cum laude. Albertus Leroux, cum laude. Nomtandazo Sibabalwe Losi, cum laude. Pumutso Maduguma. Bonga Magwencho. Anele Maslawe, cum laude. Retsilitsue Makosholo. Obakeng Mananyetso. Sindisiwe Ignatia Mapumulo. Mafemani Tiyisa Henry Maringa. Mabasi Confidence Marumo. Telela Matuchana. Matibele Leti Letuba. Wisani Pearl Mavunda, cum laude. Wendy Mawere. Siliwe Mibangeni. Mkindisi Mutuzeli Mbopa. Kobisa Mdlulwa. Vuyisanani Mslana. Sipiwe Mslongo. Kanyiso Mkabile, cum laude. Nokukanya Makonza. What is that first name? Aleri. Alert Kolile Mkube. Lindiswa Niki. Nompelo Mtu. Gomolemo Mokwena. Alani Mondliwa. Zikona Mpisi. Sipembiso Wandile Msomi. Zanele Zimasa Mtekwane. Nokwazi Mtembo. Miklo Edmund Mtombeni, cum laude. Sandisiwe Mklomelo, cum laude. Msawenkosi Mzolo. Patuchedo Neduvuletsa. Lulo Nuabisa Ngonongono. Matlae Nkasle. Pusesiwe Caroline Nkosana. Amukelani Nkuna, cum laude. Carabello Regina Ntai. Londiwe Ntombela. Pumeza Nkrumalo. Nositrelo Grisel Nyamimbi. Manini Bernice Niokong. Agnes Molatelo Pela. Ntombifuti Pele. Wezi Beta Piri, cum laude. Cindy Marilyn Pierce. Llewellyn Eartley Pretorius. Camogelo Radebe. Colofelo Queen Rasso. Jairoti Nairen Ravji, cum laude. Simpiwe Rono. Jonathan Scholes, cum laude. Nolutando Sebezo. Nosipo Shange. Nomatamsanka Sigadla. Annalisa Smith. Fatima Bibi Sultan, cum laude. Notukela Patience Tembani. Makeletso Apafia Tseka. Refilwe Titika. Ines Uwamba. Michelle Jessica van Niekerk, cum laude. Nomsle Zenzile. The qualification postgraduate diploma in financial planning. Leon Botha, cum laude. Leon? Hannah Catherine Bradshaw. Wanele Botswana. Makumbo Chikaonda. Shannon Shelby Kumar. Maxine Cruikshank. Leanne Pamela Dreyer, cum laude. Arno Duplessis, cum laude. Jean Armand de Tooy. Cyril Brendan Dubé. Chloe Geneth Dubé. Merve Engelbrecht, cum laude. Andre Gavin Aronson, and he will be hooded by his wife, Professor Dawn Aronson. What a moment. Tim Ferguson. Lineke Ferreira, cum laude. Peter Roberts Fremantle, cum laude. Kent Egon Goedeke, cum laude. Estian Johandrey Goosen. Anel Groenewald, cum laude. Anel. Anne Helton Gunther. Nicole Hayes, cum laude. Jerome Wayne Hoff. Muhammad Judge Bay, cum laude. Amelia Chanel James. Sifisihle Yazile Jamjam. Ryan Klassen. Kaylin Shanae Lewin. Sonwabile Luwatra. Tembela Lona Marcunyana. Keabetswe Makele. Lindiwe Ophelia Makubela, cum laude. Andries Jacobus Milan, cum laude. Sitembele Madondo. Suzanne Marais, cum laude. O'Neill Maria. Kamohelo Mashiluane. Cecily Motlahabo Matabe. Katlego Matseke. Kaka Machotiana. Machidiso Nalede Mohole. Kagiso Mokgagane. Nels Mokgahla. Tyrone Mondo. Zikona Mokoyana. Swati Nkabande Ndimande. Tembalani Nchinga. Chimuanya Nwabube. Bokang Nyati. Ikechukwu Anthony Okonkwo. Marius Ovis, cum laude. Mia Pieters, cum laude. Oliver Graham Johnston Price, cum laude. Jaden Sachs. Estian Skuman. Estian. Georgina Smith, cum laude. Michelle Sneyman, cum laude. Paul Simon Stewart. Majoalane Ayanda Tladi. Jean Tritter, cum laude. Michelle van der Merwe. Megan Williams. The qualification Postgraduate Diploma in Public Finance Management. Sihle Nyati. Tandikile Beatrice Zakwe. The qualification Postgraduate Diploma in Business Management and Administration. Flynn Philip Africa, cum laude. Carl Johan Alten, cum laude. Ruben Badenhorst, cum laude. Modilati Hendriette Bapela. Casey Lynn Barnard, cum laude. Frederik Becker, cum laude. Francisco Bester, cum laude. Sibulele Buthelezi Vala. Numkebu Kebekulu. Mamotseki Chabeli. Brent Davids. Mankopane Marigina Diaho. Yongama de Lima. Lungile di Mane. Lucia Lindiwe Dlamini. Sipokaze Dlamini. Kimberly Dormel. Desiree Duplessis, cum laude. Robert Christopher Francis. Jacques Clarence Ferdinand Fry. Sabelo Kabashe. Kelly Wilmeen Goshai. Sinegugu Posha Gumede. Adiba Isaacs. Nolina Tasha Jacobs. Renilwe Mashie Jacobs. Martin Jonker. Beverly Bianca Kachimune. Oops. Michael Coffey. Johannes Hendrik Bastian Koster, cum laude. Mashala Mambamvu Kumba, cum laude. Keanu Daniel Leroux, cum laude. Clarice Laram. Lerato Masha Machuba. Nokulunga Marikizela. Sudhir Maharaj. Ditlare Makamole. Mantabiseng Mary Makabane. Asemasle Maslangano Mankola. Posha Welile Nokolo Manzini. Palesa Princess Marobe. Mashudu Justice Mbengeni, cum laude. Eva Silindokushle Mfolozi. Tlangelane Mkabela. Mamodiei Posha Mofokeng. Saidali Hassan Muhammad. Maslodi Mojapelo. Boslale Rialeboja Molebeleli. Ben Kayembe Momat. Lily Moruri. Bongeka Motahung. Rudzari Erek Muhangane. Sipiwe Mulahutsi cum laude. Virusheni Munilal. Abongile Ndamase. Unati Liletu Ndamase. Rachel Zanele Ndotshayisa. Intelligence Clever Boy Nzimande. Chianeo Netononda. Lindikaya Ngalo. Nokutula Sibongiseni Nkobo. Sonwabo McDonald Nkoncha. Sinawo Nungti. Sasha Lee Nyman. Sazi Ndlela. Seth Joshua Peterson. Gavin Pillay, cum laude. Busi Sharon Rambuda. Olwetu Rani. Katuchelo Maud Rampunga. Monica Rolo, cum laude. Jean Rousseau. Nonkoliseko Ruanka. Michael Johannes Skuman, cum laude. Molebogeng Segone. Monica Sishia, cum laude. Sithle Perseverance Shezi. Shamu Jeremiah Simon. Pieter Daniel Slabber. Kellen David Suma, cum laude. Andrew Stevens, cum laude. Theo Steele Stutterford, cum laude. Sedima Tladi. Livuwani Chabuse. Timothy van der Rede. Lizelle van Rooyen. Quentin van Vieren. Gretchen Clothilde Weber-Cherry. Roland Marius Wenold, cum laude. Tembakazi Yamiso. Nwabisa Yekani. The qualification postgraduate diploma in futures studies. Kaylin Adriaanse. Ntombenshle Butelezi. Yolanda Tezula. Kuke Thomas. Wouter de Wet Coetzee. Anien Dedekind. Ryan Dennis. Patukolo Derek Dondashe. Enver Dumini, cum laude. Divania Els, cum laude. Luandile Mzianda Fumba. LG Roshida Hill. Secholame Kamode. Kira Koopman, cum laude. Candice Kriegler, cum laude. Hape Lefalatsa. Nompelo Mpeletsue Lupondwana. David Matiausiku. Nkobeko Maja, cum laude. Terence Makubela. Amujilani Makone, cum laude. Sinitemba Cindy Ayanda Maniatela, cum laude. Sanelisiwe Sinenflanfla Masondo, cum laude. Busisiwe Posha Matebula. Nanamsla Esishle Mayekiso. Zanele Pamela May. Lerotori Peter Mibichana. Tamlin Joan Maglua, cum laude. Zachariah Mosweu Mohotsi. Aziza Mauser, cum laude. Nicholas Keith Patrick Murray, cum laude. Simbiso Victoria Musa. Odwe Vuyisanane Nabe. Johannes Maguldis Gerhardus Niemand, cum laude. Puleng Pelembe. Katso Sebo Paslane. Katso? Lulama Piliso, who will be hooded by her cousin, Mrs. Bakama Nkume. You will have to. Komotso Elias Rafapa. Zolani Ratia. Chanel Rubain. Venetia Shunmugam, cum laude. David Dean Sinclair. Unati Sumagatra. Melvi Todd, cum laude. Kurt Tritter. Aisha Bibi van der Ros. Lavinia Soalini Viersami, cum laude. The qualification postgraduate diploma in development finance. Thompson Chilizani. Grant Lindsay Collison. Ndapanda Stella Ileka. Lesejo Kunou. Akona Kose. Nangamso Lumkwana. Malesiba Millicent Mabe. Heather Priscilla Maletsky, cum laude. Nadieni Matidi. Teboho Olwetu Tandu Maji. Teboho Mahutla cum laude. Sabelo Wycliffe Mhlanga. Retabile Notando Moshesh cum laude. Sipumulile Lungile Mishengu. Bongane Mtombeni. Fabiao Muchanga. Tobile Nchangase. Lindane Sikase. Roberta Eronique Cladi. Zander Rian van der Walt, cum laude. The qualification Advanced Diploma in Public Accountability. Priti Nobusle Bala. Esther Klaasen. Bongekile Gama Tele. Michelle Samantha Masango Plater. Jerome Nathan. Nom Kolise Felicia Nombewu. Tharwat Sakir. Shanae Williams. The qualification Diploma in Public Accountability. Farhana Ibrahim. Muhammad Shwahib Govender. Zolela Nongogo. The Qualification Diploma in Sustainable Development. Lauren Claire Downard. Luandisa Samkeliswa Nkambule. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, after that long list of names, I'm afraid I have more for you. So I hereby request you to confer the respective qualifications on those candidates whose names have been presented to you, but who could not attend tonight in their absence.
I confer the respective qualifications on the candidates in their absence. Ek verleen die onderskeie kwalifikasies aan die kandidate in hulle afwesigheid. Let's applaud them. And together with the Dean, Prof. Daniels, you saw performing our Deputy Dean, Prof. Ada Johnson, and Prof. Peter von Willig, our head of the School of Accountancy. Let's applaud them as well. We have now reached the conclusion of the awarding of qualifications. Namens die Universiteit Stellenbosch wil ek my innige gelukwense oordra aan elkeen van u wat vandag 'n kwalifikasie ontvang het. This is a remarkable achievement, and we celebrate this special milestone with you. Stellenbosch University is you, and the more than 230,000 other alumni across the globe who are connected to Multiland in ways that are as diverse as you all are. Multis are everywhere, and wherever I encounter them, I am always impressed by the meaningful contributions they make to society. More and more alumni stay connected to SU by joining alumni chapters all over the world. At the moment, there are 52 alumni chapters and counting. From Namibia to Hong Kong, San Francisco to Dubai, thousands of Martis are connecting and reconnecting with the university in meaningful ways. Wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to keep in touch. In 2025, we hosted 165 alumni engagements in 17 countries across the globe, engaging more than 10,000 alumni in person. Remember, the Alumni Office is your lifelong link to your alma mater. Stay in touch with us on social media and visit www.martisalumni.com. If you miss Multiland too much, you have good reason to return every year to attend our annual homecoming and family weekend for alumni. This year's dates are Thursday, 10 September to Saturday, 12 September. For now, we warmly invite you to join us at our alumni clubhouse at the Stal after the ceremony to celebrate your achievements with a glass of bubbly or juice. The clubhouse is located next to the Danny Craven Stadium on my left. You are more than welcome to head over in your academic attire and return it afterwards. I also wish to congratulate parents, spouses, family, and friends with the achievement of your loved ones. I think it will be most appropriate for our graduates to stand up and to acknowledge your support with a hearty round of applause. And graduates, while you are standing, let's applaud those people representing the university here tonight, all categories of staff who invested in you. You may be seated again. We have now reached the conclusion of our proceedings. Ons het nou die einde van die verrigtinge bereik en ek verklaar hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch geslote. I hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University officially closed. Please rise and remain standing while the academic procession leaves the stage.